going racing tomorrow. So we're going to have fun again tomorrow too. But we got to get this buggy rocking and rolling. I decided we're going to go to the Trains and Lanes race again. We're going to try it again after that last craptacular event I went to where my engine died on my nitro. I'm just going to take it easy. We're going to try to at least get one good race under my belt before the nitro race in October. So my plan is a little different this time. We're not going to use a nitro. I do not have a Roar legal buggy. That's a problem. But I do have a buggy we could use. We're going to throw this thing in the novice class. We're going to throw our 25 bucks in and go have a good day, just have fun. Not really worried about how we finish. I just want to finish. Let's just get a complete race done. That's what I want to do. Start, qualify, finish. That's the goal. So what are we going to use? I'm going to use this arrma Typhon TLR tune that I have right here. But I've been using this on the street. We've had it at the track on a real muddy day. I've been kind of mean to it, to be honest. So we're going to need a whole new setup on this. I got to get some different tires put on it. Shocks got to get redone. I got to change the gearing because I have it geared for 6S. We're going to be running 4. And I'm going to have to redo the shocks for sure. We're going to have to definitely do some kind of a droop setup on it. Because I think I have full travel. This thing has, yeah, pretty good. Nitro Pimp, what's going on, brother? Gonna go and fix up this TLR Tune Typhon, and we're going racing tomorrow with it. So I'm gonna get you on the other tripod. We're gonna start working on this thing, and yeah, let's get it ready. So what's everybody else up to today? It's a pretty nice day. Nice outside. Gonna go do something maybe later. All right, cool. There it is. Yeah, it's a little rough, a little beat up. I haven't been the nicest to this thing. It's been broken quite a few times. Typhons are badass. This one is really badass. This is not a bad buy. I enjoyed buying this. The only reason I'm going to enter the novice class with it, obviously, is because it's not Roar approved. So, it's an RTR. She's dirty. Look at this. Took it at the track last time, didn't really... I don't take care of this thing. I'm not going to lie. I don't. It's an electric. I have no love for it, but maybe I should. Start pulling the grass out of it. The set in 6S? Or, yeah, pretty much. This one has all the TLR tuned options on it, where you get the different adjustable shock towers, you get the different shocks, you get the adjustable pill-style ABCD blocks. There's a lot of cool stuff that came on this one. But we got to change a lot of this because, like I said, I've been using it on the street. Got the Hoons on it right now. Going to end up switching these out. We're going to put a proper race tire on it. Basically, I'm just going to do is just go over the shocks. We're going to go over the diffs. We're going to go over the diffs. We're going to go over the shocks. I'm going to do a basic setup on it. We'll set the droop. We'll set the ride height, make sure the camber, everything is good. Basically just get it to where I should be able to make it through the day. Type in TLR chat. Yeah, they want too much money for this damn chassis. Alright, first off, let's get rid of this. Eating Taco Bell. I didn't get no Taco Bell. Got a gift card with $2 on it though. I should go use it. Yeah, this thing, I haven't been too nice to it. Molds, what's going on, brother? Gonna get ready for the track tomorrow. I'm gonna have a good day. Try to at least finish. That's the goal. Just get through the day. Alright. Do a little cleanup while we're at it. Huh, never noticed that. The wheel nuts don't even have any serrations on the inside, the hole to the wheel. That sucks. Yeah, we're going to get this thing up and going. Start by taking the wheels off, then I'm probably going to go through, we'll get those shocks up out of the way, get the shocks off. We'll start doing some diffs. Now we're going to do a little bit differently. I have the manual here. If anybody ever bought these TLR Typhons, they come with a manual, obviously, like most do. But this gives you a pretty good tuning setups. Like this will tell you, you know, doing this does that, doing this does that, and that does this, and all that fun stuff. But it pretty much tells you how they would set it up. Gives you all your different adjustments for the pills, gives you your weights, everything that you would use. I'm going to change it up just a little bit, because from the last time we raced it, I noticed the center diff is a little too hard. I definitely want to go a little bit lighter fluid. I think they have 100K from the factory. We're going to drop that down quite a bit. I believe the front and the rear were both the same. I believe it's 10K. I'm going to go 10K to the front. We're going to go probably from 100K to maybe like a 40 in the back, in the center. The center is real easy to do, so if I have to change it, I'll get a different weight at the track. And I'm going to go like 8,000 in the back. I want it to be, that's how I set up my other buggy, and I like the way that felt. We'll do that. All right, let's get that last wheel off. Get these out of the way. There we go. All right. Oh wait, this one is serrated. Why are the other ones not? Or is that one just not? Let's take a look at that. That's serrated. That's serrated. Huh. That's strange. Look at these wheel nuts. These are the stock ones. I never replaced these. I didn't lose them. You have a serrated edge, like you do on most wheel nuts. This one doesn't have it. There's one. One of them doesn't have it. That's weird. Way to go, arrma. Must have been made on a Friday. All right, let's get these wheels up out of here. Gonna need another set. We'll dig them out later. All right. First things first. Let's get these shocks off. Don't want that to do that. There we go. That's what I wanted. Typhons usually only had serrated nuts on the left side. That's strange, because I got 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Alright, that looks like a 2. Pull the bottom pins. We'll just get these out of here. Sentence were the same. Yeah. Like I said, the other 3 are. Just that one is not. Put that screw back in before I lose it. All right. Still a lot of dirt and stuff caked in these things. Put this away for now. 120 mile. You're getting the 120 mile an hour limits. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in that release. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. how do I explain this? It's pretty cool. 120 mile an hour out of the box. Totally. JWRC, you're actually on. Yeah, I'm always on, brother. Good to see you. Everybody hit that like button on the way in. What was I going to say? That new release from Arrma, I really wasn't... The 120 mile an hour out of the box thing, yeah, that's cool. All right, I'll give you that. But with that being said, a couple modifications, and you can have... I have a felony. That felony could probably do on that 6S setup. You could probably get 120 out of that. I've been over 90 with it, with some very, very basic batteries. The batteries were the problem. I couldn't get... the batteries just couldn't put out what I needed to go faster. I ran out of room, man. You're supposed to be live at 9 p.m. my time. Not me, sir. Not me. I was supposed to be on 9 o'clock. I think you got the wrong character. Last night I was at work. So that definitely wasn't happening. I never go on Fridays. Or Thursdays. Sorry. All right. Throw a little bit of oil inside these pillow balls a little bit. They're kind of stiff. All right. Yeah, the TLR one is really nice. You get all these nice adjustments here for your links and everything. Oh, let's put that screw back in. The stupid antivirus protection thing the old lady had on this is the biggest pain in the ass. Hang on, bear with me, people. Technical difficulties as usual with this thing. There we go. Okay, where are we at here? Rinks, you're actually on. You're supposed to be on 9. I know that, but me and the other person were waiting. I kind of thought it was a misscheduled thing. Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for hanging out way in advance, brother. Pretty cool. But nah, this, okay, what are we talking about? Oh, that new Arrma drop. Where I'm at, I really don't have a lot of room to run something like that. I mean, I could find a spot if I really look for it. But, like, I have that felony, and honestly, I've been considering selling it because I don't use it. I don't use it. I think it's a cool Arrma. Finally took the crown away from the XO1 and simultaneously ruined the mini slash release. It was me. It was Molds. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, come on, let's be realistic here. I don't even know. Maybe you do. Does Traxxas even make the XO1 anymore? Are they going after a title that was held by a discontinued item? I mean, is it really that big of a deal? Mini slash is pretty good. All right, I'm not into Traxxas. Okay. Let's go back on that one. I like the XO1 is still available. Okay, see, I didn't even know that because I've never even wanted one. All right. I do like Traxxas. I love the regular slash. I will race that class as long as they have a class. I love stock slash. Is it because of the platform? Not necessarily. It's because of just it's fun. It's a really, really fun class. But I will be the first one to tell you, I absolutely hate Traxxas electronics. I will not buy a Traxxas if I don't have to. Their nitros, not bad. I do like those, but I'm not Not a big fan of their electronics. And I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a nitro, or not a nitro, a Traxxas to yank all the shit out and put a castle setup or something in it. I mean, I love my Stampede, but why do I like my Stampede? Because it's got some kind of, it's got a, what's it called? It's got a Reedy setup out of a Team Associated I yanked apart. Yeah, I don't like Traxxas electronics. That's my biggest thing. Like, I want an X-Max in the worst way. I'd love to have an X-Max. But my buddy has one, and I see how often it's broken, and I kind of don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to spend that kind of money to have to keep fixing it. I'm that weird guy who has never had an issue with Traxxas electronics. Like that new BL2S setup, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. My Slash, when they first came out with that new kit, BL2S, and the Trax kind of came out with their own ruling on how we're going to deal with that. I bought one. By the end of the season, honestly, I think I'd rather have a 12 turn. The 12 turns, if you knew how to break them in, you could do little tricks with them. They're actually a pretty decent little brushed engine. Now, the problem that I had with that BL2S is the dead spot. Whenever you would go, and let's say you had a long straightaway, so I'm coming out of a corner and I am in this thing, and I have to hit the brakes hard because there's a 180-degree turn at the end of that thing. If you were on that brakes for, let's say, 2 seconds, just bam, just lay it on them, just to slow that thing down, you'd go to hit the trigger, nobody home. It would go into like a fail-safe. Take a couple of hits, bam, it would go. It's like, by then, that guy that was on my bumper, he's gone. Forget it. Okay, shocks are off. We're going to do those probably last. I think we're going to start with the diffs. Now, let's see how easy this is. If you look in the book, it goes over all the tuning specs and stuff like that. That's the center. Here we go. Okay, it gives you a list of basically tells you the shortcuts on how to do it. From what it's telling me here, that's the front diff. Where's the rear? Let's find the rear. We're going to start on the back. Shocks, diffs, that's the center diff, right? Center diff, front and rear. Okay, they're both the same. Okay. Basically, they're saying that there's just 4 screws right here. 4 screws, the lid will come off, and you should be able to pull the diff right out. Let's see if it's that easy. If so, that's awesome. All right, well, we don't need this right now. Let's get this out of the way. So it's going to be these 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if it's that easy. BL2S was designed to replace the 21 turn. Yes, it sucks, but it's a decent crawler motor. It's not a bad engine motor at all. It's really not. It's just that the only way I figured out that I was able to get rid of that lag, if you would, was if I turned the brakes down. But you're not really able to do that with a stock controller. I had to do it with my Spectrum controller. So I turned the brakes down to like 90% or 80, I forget the percentage, but it was as long as I didn't go full trigger, it wouldn't set it off. But it was enough. Trying to figure that out. I'm like, and I mean, my truck was not the only one. Mine was not the only one that had the issue. Plus, we get to check on arrma. We'll see how they did here, because I've never had these diffs out. So let's see how full they are. Let's see if arrma sucks. But yeah, the BL2S is not bad. But I mean, honestly, like if you're looking for, you know, an advantage over the 12 turn, you're really not going to find it very easily. This wing is kind of in the way. The wing is actually really in the way. So I figure we're going to stagger the front to rear, and we're going to drop that center down quite a bit. It was really, really, really aggressive. And on dirt, I want to calm it down. The VXL3S is the sweet spot on a slash. I never had it in a two-wheeler. I've had it in a four-wheeler. And yeah, the VXL3S stuff ain't bad. My 2S has a castle setup in it. I don't know. I think for what they charge, I think Traxxas is not giving you what you're getting for your money. Like before I'd spend money on buying a VXL3S system, I'm buying a Castle Mamba X and a matching motor, something that I want. Well, nice to see that these weren't going to fall out anytime soon. These are a pain in the ass. Let's see, BL2S. So what's everybody else up to today? I got to get this done, so I got to figure out everything I'm going to need for tomorrow. Get the car packed. Try to pack light. I don't want to, if I can get away with not bringing the tent, I'm not. Probably need a table, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, okay. Well, I'm going to say they lied. They lied. You're going to have to take the sway bar links off too. On the front, same thing. That's okay. It's really not too big of a deal. I'm not really mad. I didn't say I had to. Come on, laptop. Molds, working on my Jado 3.3. I ripped my arrma off. Damn, dude. Yeah, I was looking at one on eBay. I didn't buy it. Guy was looking for like 120 bucks for a roller. I was like, eh, I don't know. Wasn't feeling it. Bought something different. Bought something different. We're off the wagon again. Scored a very nice vintage. Okay, that's one side. Get that other one. Yeah, but like I said, this whole setup's got to be changed. Due to the fact, get that dirt up out of there. Due to the fact that I have it geared up to run on 6S, we're going to drop the gearing back down. I got to see if it has a listing. I don't know what stock was, but I still have it. I have gears for it. We're good. And like I said, the suspension, you can see in the back, it's got all the droop. So we're going to have to set the droop. We're going to set the ride height, set the camber, redo all the diffs. We're going to redo the shocks. I'm basically going to put my best guess at a neutral setup to go racing, and then we can adjust it tomorrow. We're going to go have some fun. We're going to see how this thing works. I think this should be pretty decent. I don't know. We're gonna go have fun. Let's get the day done and make it to the end. That's the goal. All right. Let's see what we got here. And I got some grease. Not a whole lot, but there is some in there. Okay. Come on out. You know you want to. Come on out. Oh! Well, I guess it came out. There we go. Alright. So now we got a little bit of hair in our grease. That's good. Alright, let's clean this up. Start cleaning it up. Let's take a look. We'll inspect it. The gear looks no problem there. Pinion looks good. All right. Just going to try to show up with as much buggy as I can. If this thing was Roar approved, so I can actually enter the class, we probably would just enter the regular class. But like I said, we're going to try to have some fun tomorrow. Not going to go too crazy. I more or less just want to finish the day. The goal is to get on the finish line, pack it up after crossing the finish line. That's it. Who knows? Maybe we'll do all right. All right, let's put the buggy up over here. There's our drive shafts. Make ourselves a nice little workstation here. We gotta clean it up. Too small, 1 and 2. Give me 1. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get a better view. Here comes the goo. You think there's even goo in it? I don't know, man. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what's in there. I kind of hope that there's something in there. Hoping there's no metal shavings. Hoping everything looks okay. But if it's dry, that sucks. But as far as cleaning it out, that's cool. So let's see. There's one. So stock, it's 100K center. It's 10K front, 10K rear. We're going to swap out to 10K front. We're going to go 8K rear. Give it a little bit more forward bite than rear. Let the back soften up a little. And we're going to take that 100 out. And I'm going to bump it down quite a bit. We're going to go with a 40. I want it nice and simple. I don't want to. I want a nice power delivery. I don't want it to just be blowing the tires off like it does on the street. Like I said, I doubt there's probably anything in these. Come on. Almost. Longest screws ever. Jeez. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what's in it. Okay. Well, arrma did their job a little bit. But damn, that's gross. All right. All right. Rubber gasket. Okay, cool. All right, let's clean this top part off here. Harold, what's going on, brother? All right. Let's get these gears up out of here. We got us a mud bog in here. Nice. Okay. Just going to get as much of this as I can out of here. Not going to strip it all the way down. There's really not a lot in it. Go figure. But what's everybody think about that? I think that oil setup would be good. I mean, the 100K in the center, dropping it to a 40, I think that's going to be noticeable. But I mean, the front is going to be stock. The rear is slightly thinner. But considering what was in there, I think it'll be just fine. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Let's get these gears cleaned off. Gross. This is the part I hate the most, but this is probably the part we need to do the most, so it is what it is. Let's get these cleaned up. Okay. Okay. Let me see something here. How does that go in? Just make sure I have those facing the right way, because that doesn't look right. Yeah, rounded edge goes down. Okay, see? That's why we double check things. Nitro Pimp saying hi to Harold. What's going on? Another lovely Friday. We're going to get this thing set up to go racing on Saturday. Got to spin this shaft because that pin's got to go. There it is. There we go. All right, let's clean up that other one. Okay, don't want to lose the shims. Yeah, this is pretty gross. So these dips are definitely due. Absolutely due. Okay. What's everybody else working on today? Okay, get that shaft cleaned off. Get that back in there. Let's start filling this up. Oh no. All right. Gear, shim, block. Gear with a shim and a block. Just like that. Alright, we gotta turn this just like that, 180 degrees. So they'll interlock. There we go. Just like that. There we go. A lot better looking now. All right, so what we said we're going to put in the back, we're going to go 8K in the rear. Got the TLR. 8. And now what do we got here? Hold on, I gotta watch these weights. That's 10,000. That's 40,000. That's 80,000. So, okay, we can't do that. Hold on. Gotta watch your numbers. Too many zeros on that one. 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, 7,000. All right, so we're gonna go 7K in the rear. I lied. 7K in the rear, 10K in the front. We're gonna go 80 in the center. We're gonna drop it down 20. I'm not gonna go as drastic in the center. So basically we're gonna go down 20K in the center, and we're gonna go down. Painting bodies is fun in 100-degree heat. Dude, it's beautiful here today. It's like 70 degrees. So yeah, we got 7,000 weight, 10,000 weight, and 80. So now we're right. So we're gonna go 7K rear, 10K in the front, 80 in the center. All right. Just a little bit more, top her off. There we go. Guess school's out, my kid's home. Nice. All right, let's tighten this thing up. I'm going to show up with as much buggy as I can bring. That's what we're going to do. Crap off here. Dwayne, what's going on? What are you tinkering with today? Today we are going to prep the arrma Typhon TLR tuned to go to the 8th scale off-road track tomorrow. We're going racing with this thing. Goal is just to race, have some fun. We're going to try to at least get one full race under our belt. Get a little bit of experience, a little bit of knowledge. So that way, when they have the Nitro race in October, we'll be prepared. Just want to go there, get off the line and qualify, and go bang some doors, have some fun. How we finish is irrelevant, but we're going to try. So I want to bring as much as I can. Ooh. Okay, why are we so tight? Get this thing figured out here. Wow, something's not right. Let's take a look at that again. Something ain't right in there. Let's tape this back out. Something's not happy. Let's see what it is. Let's see. Strange. Feels fine. Just don't think it meshed right. I don't think it felt right. That's just how it is. All right. Why is that so tight? That don't feel right at all. Okay, we got a problem here. Not over tightening these screws because that one's actually loose. Is that hand tightened? If I tighten it down like it should be, it basically is, it's they're too tight. Why? We did not remove any gaskets. All the shims are right. Why is it so tight now? Makes no sense. Anybody got any ideas on this one? Puzzled. No gaskets on it. Gaskets right there. It's assembled correctly. Feels good there. Last thing I want to do is destroy these gears. That'd put us at the in front wheel drive for the day. That would be less than ideal. Come on, you bastard. What's going on here? Anybody got any ideas on this one? Why would it be tight now? That makes no sense. All we do is put fluid in the thing. There's our gasket right there. See, the gasket's still there. See, that feels fine. That's one. Okay. Nobody has any ideas on what could cause that? Why would it get tight like that? Like, you figure these would have to be at least snug. This laptop, I need to figure that out. Something's wrong. I wonder if they have these things just, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. I'm going to completely disassemble them. I want to see where these shims are. There's probably shims behind the planet gears on the outside. Oh, wonderful. This is why I don't use this thing. Oh, fuck. Really? Okay. Cheap ass monkey metal screws. This is why I don't use that impact driver. Right there. Alright, now we gotta have some fun. Well, at least that's one thing. Working on these old nitros. Screw extraction is becoming a lot easier for me. This sucks. Alright, let's find out where the shims are in this thing. Let's loosen this up. There's something not right. Still get in there? Kind of. For this. RC Empire, what's going on, brother? Off the guy. Where you been hiding, brother? I even bought an offroad. You ain't even been showing up in a while. Offroad engines coming in this place left and right lately, buddy. All right, let me see if I can find a screw for this quick. That'll work. Trying to figure out what we got going on here. RC Empire, use that $5 at the track tomorrow. Maybe get myself some nitro. This diff is way too tight. Something is not happy. Kind of sucks. I don't understand why, but we're going to figure it out real quick. Then we're going to clean this again. Refill it. So. Okay. Where are the shims at? Probably underneath here. That's what I'm going to guess. Something is not happy here. Come on off. There we go. All right, we got the... No, that's a pin. Okay, that's just a pin behind there. But we're going to clean that off real quick while we're in here. Clean it out. This computer, every 5 fucking minutes. Back and neck troubles. Yeah, what do you got, brother? Okay, so there's no shims behind here, so left and right are not going to be the issue. I think... The only thing we changed was I could have changed when we swapped this out. The crosses could be, I could have took the bottom one and put on top, top one on bottom. They are ambidextrous. It's not a simple part, but they all might not have had shims in them. I may have messed up the spacing when we did that. So let's pull these back out. Let's see where we got shims at. But yeah, you can always give your opinion. Everybody's got one. Might as well. All right. Let's see. Okay, we'll clean the slots. Does this have one on it? No shim on that one. Oh, there it is. Okay. One shim. There's another shim. Does the gasket determine the spacing? Yes, the gasket is still intact and absolutely fine. Been down that road before. Actually with a Savage. That's where I figured that I learned that mistake. Got real tight after the gasket. I wasn't going to use it because it was torn. And yeah, long story short, now it has a new gasket, but yeah, that was an issue. Raw RC, what's going on, brother? Frickin' having issues here. Take apart a diff, clean it, replace the fluid. Raw, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Never had some Canadian coin before. We're going to go to the track tomorrow, so might end up using that. Nitro Johnny, what's going on, brother? Stopping in to say hi. Back to work. Man, you work too much. You need to work on that. Damn good live today, bro. Which one? This one? This one's kicking my butt today. We're already an hour into this thing. So far, we've taken off tires, shocks, and we've done a half a diff. Oh, Grizzly, what's going on, man? Hello, everyone. Finally got to be in a Rinks Live. Usually I'm working at this time. And on Saturdays, yeah, I'm always working, so that's always an issue trying for me to be able to get one. Let's see what this feels like without those shims in there. I think that's going to be the issue. And we'll see if the shims make a difference. Okay, do these make a difference left to right? No, it's going to go that way, though. That side's got to go up. And that's going to ride like that. Okay. Screw gun might have over tightened it because we're talking thousands. Yeah, that's why the first time I did it, I used my my driver. I did not use that gun. I don't like using that gun because that's usually when you end up with problems. Not really too worried about working on something like this, but like when I work on the old stuff where, you know, parts are hard to find, I never touch that gun. Never touch that gun. So all you need to do is screw up something that you cannot replace, and then, well, that's it for the day, you know? Okay, okay. Shims out. We're not going to fill it yet. I want to just put it together. Let's see how it feels. If it feels good, we'll fill it. Yeah, I like the screw gun for the simplicity, and you can get shit done quicker, but if you got a screw on the way out, well, it's definitely going to be on the way out after you hit it with that screw gun. So, you know, that don't feel bad. Figure each one of those shims is probably together is probably 1 mil. So you got 1 mil tighter clearances all the way around. Yeah. Feels better without the shims. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Hang on to those shims just in case. I think that was the problem. I don't know why. It just doesn't. It felt tight when I took it apart. I think when arrma put it together, they put those in, and maybe they shouldn't have. I don't know. Let me look at the instructions so if there's anything about them. So I know this came with extra parts. It came with extra shims, so if you did want to re-shim them, you could. I never did. Never felt the need for it. Okay. See, that feels good. It's not trying to push out. Okay, let's fill her up. Okay. Let's put this together for hopefully the last time. So what's everybody else up to today? It looks like John's working. 83 hours, brother. I don't know, man. I don't know how you do it. Yeah, that's sweet. That'll work. I put in my 40. I'm out the door, man. I admire your work ethic, but I don't want to have it. I like money just like the other guys, but I mean, I don't want on my tombstone to say, man, Mike worked a lot. Is this frozen? I'm just feeling it by hand, and it feels fairly good. I think it'll be fine. Just fine. Better than empty. Let's go that route. Spin it with the drill now. I'm okay with it. I don't think we need to do any more. So we got 7K in the back. So we're going to go 10 in the front. We'll hang on to these. See what the hell that's about. Yep, feels good. All right, cool. I'm gonna throw a little grease in there. I gotta find my grease. Where do we put that? There it is, right there. All right, let's just double check these, make sure we're good. Tight, 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 tight. All right, cool. Where's our dog bones at? Off the guy saying what's up to the pimp. Yeah, the pimp's hanging out. Must be on lunch too. There we go. Nice. All right, let's get a little bit of grease up in here. Zoom back out so we can see what we're doing. Dudes, my Orlando got called new inbox Kyosho FOXX. Cool. Yeah, I got a new one coming. A little something new. Hey now. Another nice eBay score yesterday. Should have it here, I think, Tuesday. There we go. That'll work. What is it? Can't tell you. Top secret. As in, I'll send you a message later. I'll show you. It's a clean one. Let's put it that way. She's clean. Real nice. Not uncommon, but in this condition, very uncommon. Come on, laptop. Come on. There we go. Cool. Okay, 2.5. So far, I'm going to say not bad. Not bad at all, arrma. This is a pretty easy job to get that diff out. Pretty easy job. I'm shocked. I thought I'd be taking this whole thing apart, but we're not. That's great. This tripod's starting to suck. What's going on here? There we go. I don't want to get shit all over that. Do the top screws first because that wing is in the way, making it more difficult. Okay. Let's clean up here. Starting to make a mess. Shocks I'm going to do off camera because I let mine set for a while. I don't just fill them and cap them and go. So we're not going to have time for that one. Okay. My last purchase was a World's Edition Offroad Buggy OS 21. I've never seen it. It's different from any other one I've seen. Yeah, I have an Offroad Buggy. I just bought one a couple of weeks ago. Forget what that one's called. That's the Offna Ultra LX Pro. And it's nice. It's got the 25 in it. Yeah, that's got the 25 in it. I bought a Hot Bodies Dirt Demon that has still just basically the Offna motor with the 25 as well. And I bought a Duratrax Thunderquake that has the Offna 25 in it. All right, let's try this. That wants to be a pain. Put the angled 25 in there. Are you tight? Are you tight? Nope, you're not tight either. There we go. This whole process is going to take longer than I thought. There we go. All right, two more. I have one of them too. Mine has the 26. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a 25. Let me double check. It's right here. I can look real fast. No, blackhead 25. Pretty nice little buggy. The body on it's fantastic. Everything looks good on it. Took it all apart, fired right up. Body, find out. I just finished the GX XUT Truggy kit. Came out pretty good. Cool. Yeah, I've been buying all the old stuff. I got to get something new, but nobody's making anything that I'm really thinking about picking up other than one of those the low-C NASCARs, because, I mean, I have that oval track. If you have an oval track, kind of need a NASCAR, don't you? So, that I'm thinking about it. I got to see how much money I spend at the track tomorrow. If it doesn't get too bad, maybe I will. They might even have them there. We'll see what happens. Hello, amigos. Drone, what's going on, buddy? How are you? We're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Everybody can hit that like button. I appreciate that. Get that done today. Okay, let's see if we can get that started. Is this that bad screw? Yes, sir. Let's get rid of that. Okay, where are we at with that? That's a 2. Let's fold this up. Clean up our mess. Move this up. Move it forward and get a better view of it. What are we looking at? There we go. Rio de Janeiro. What's the weather like down there? Can't really see a hole for the link for the sway bar, so you're just kind of poking and hoping here. This is nice. That other side. Luckily, I'm not going to have to mess with the pills in the C and D block or the A and B block. I kind of had them set up the way I wanted the first time. So, at least I'm not going to have to do that. Off the guy. After you put it under power, check for backlash on the diff. Yeah, I'll check everything out. It'll get a good once over before I go over anything. Hard part's getting these screws started because you can't see them. There it goes. Can't see them for the sway bar. There's still friggin' mud from last time on this damn thing. The guy never cleaned it. I'm that guy. I gotta open up that radio case. I gotta figure out where I can put a wire for the receiver. That's gonna be fun. Okay. There we go. Sway bar's hooked up. Rear diff is good. Getting somewhere. Rear diff is done. Let's pull this center one. Manual says it should be for these 4 bolts on the top. But we also need to loosen this motor up because we're going to have to change the gear on it. Oh, lovely. Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. And this one here was already screwed up, so it's already a flathead. That's nice. Did that at the track. There we go. Still works. All right, where's my iced tea? I'm taking a 5er. There we go. Nothing like going to the track with an RTR. This is going to get good. Let's go. You going to race that one? Yes, sir. It's already dirty. It's all I really have that's not a nitro to run. So that's what we're going to run. That's the 2.5 round. I don't want that. Yeah, kind of sucks that it's not rower approved because I just entered the regular class. But I'm going just to have fun. So I believe it'll serve its purpose. And we're going to run this in the... Just going to run novice with it and have some fun. Get a full race under our belt. So that way we can come back swinging for that nitro race. That reminds me, Carl, did you ever have a chance to find that electric NT or the XXX? Carpet season's coming up, man. I'd love to do a build on that. Thinking about getting one, but I haven't found one that I'm ready to pull the trigger. Nitro RC Life, Brett, what's going on, man? Building ourselves a arrma Typhon TLR. We're going to the track tomorrow. So we're going to get this thing as good as I can get it. We're going to send it and have some fun. Okay, so let's see if arrma's lying to us. All right, well, that can go back. We start a pile. Okay. That seems pretty easy. And he said this should lift right out. Rear bone. Front bone. Okay. So I have to clean them off. The only thing that sucks when you do get these things that dirty, you clean them off, take them, hit them with the air, blow them off. You never get all the water. You never do. All right, cool. Where'd that diff go? All right. Round 2. Actually, that don't feel too bad. Okay, at least now we know this one doesn't feel too bad. Let's get this apart. Let's get a good view of it, and let's get it apart. All right, let's get her apart. This thing doesn't really have much runtime on it. It's sad. It's got more road time than dirt time. Use it more at the boat launch than I use it anywhere else. All right, let's take a look inside. Not much in there. Not much in there at all. What is in there is definitely thick, though. That's definitely 100K. Off the guy. I found it. My son took the tie rod ends off. Come on. And I'm looking for the rest of the parts. I'm going back to the guy I bought my RB and Nova engines from. He has one in the box and tons of parts for it, and get that electronic cleaner spray stuff. The best stuff, silicone oil inside. It's crazy how well it eats it. It's a good tip. Well, fortunately with this one, we're not going to have to go that far. There's not a lot in there. Just going to basically probably just clean the sun gear here. What's there, I'm just going to leave in it. It's not, because it's not bad. It's not like it's oiled up. It's not gross. But it's not a lot of it, that's for sure. So we're going to bump this down from 100K down to this 80 that I have. Yeah, like I said, I'd like to race that indoors. That'd be fun. We worked on my buggy last week. Should have heated this in the oven. Okay. Just a little bit more. That's good. Back together with you. 2-0 straights. Nice. Okay. Carl, my dude, what's up? There you go. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. That electric cleaner, I don't know if I have any of that. I have a brake cleaner here right next to me. I'll tell you what, that brake cleaner, this here, that works really good for if you have an engine that's just gummed up, for getting that thing loosened up, man, that stuff works awesome. Friggin' fantastic it works. It's not the same as brake clean. Yeah, I know. I do auto electrical. I usually have it. That's the funny part. I have it. I don't have it here. I have it at the garage. I have the electric cleaner. I use that on plugs a lot. Yeah. But brake clean, that stuff breaks up that nasty after run or just old nitro fuel. It'll break that stuff up in a hurry. I was able to get a bunch of engines done real easily with that. Just spraying it through the back plate, then hitting it with gun oil afterwards. So that way, at least when I first started, I'm not going to wreck the, what's it called? I'm not going to wreck any bearings by just starting them that way. And then also with the brake cleaner, you can get them in non-chlorinated. If you get the non-chlorinated, it won't wreck the gaskets. Dissipates quick too. Yeah. See, that feels beautiful. Thank God we went through that one. Should clean it up, but I know what it's going to get, so I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, as long as it's non-chlorinated. Read both messages. I ran out of room to type. What messages? Where did you leave messages, Carl? I read both. Yeah, I read both. I found it. Your son took the tie rod ends off. Yeah, you got parts, and you got a guy who's got one. Yeah, man, you can get one together. I mean, if you got parts, as long as there's enough parts that I can put something together, and I can dig up the rest. Those things are. I still have quite a bit of parts for them. Yeah, the indoor track runs vintage stadium truck, so it's kind of fun. I wanted to get one, but I can't find one at a price that I think is a good deal. You said you had one, so I was like, all right, cool. But I just don't have the heart to convert one of my nitro ones to an electric one. I'm just not going to do it. No way. Yeah, that diff feels nice. That feels nice. All right, cool. That can go back in. Guess we'll start working our way forward. We'll take that pinion off. We'll pull the engine out, the motor out. We'll change that pinion out. That'd be the next move. That will be the next move. All right, drive shafts. We need shafts. Here we go. Long boy up front. Screws here. Short guy. Same on both ends. Just like that. That's pretty nice. Cool. All right, let's put this back on. Which way are we going with this? Just like that. All right, center dip's easy. I'll do that one all day. That's not bad. So far, arrma, I'm giving you a solid 8 on as far as if you got to work on this thing. What's up, Lex? Home from school? That's my kid up there. She wants a freaking helicopter. We're gonna finish up these dips here, Lex. I gotta switch out the pinion. And then we're going for lunch. That's what we're gonna do. So there we go. Gotta figure out what pinion. See if they have a pinion listed at stock. Lex, what do you want to do for lunch? There you go. Good question. What are we doing for lunch today? Probably take this out real quick and run it before we go tomorrow. Gotta love Mod 1 gears. Sound like garbage. All right, center diff's done, rear diff's done. Good. All right, let's get this pinion up out of here. Gotta get that. Let's get that end motor out. Off the guy. It's going to be like I told you it was originally. I was at work. His mom didn't catch him in time. Funny shit. It wasn't when I first found it in scene condition. Funny, you had to tell me until I found it. Well, yeah, you don't want to catch an ass whooping, man. No shit. All got one set screw there. All right, let's consult the book here and see if they have stock gearing. So we're gonna go down to stock gearing because this thing's huge. But on 6S, it did just fine. Never overheated or nothing. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Wish they didn't have this thing in like 3 different languages. It'd make life a lot easier. That's good. That's good. Center diff. Done. Shocks. How do I do the diffs? Got it. Wing adjustments. Ride heights. Swing bar. I don't believe it says. I don't believe it says. He's 9 and he can anvil apart or tear it up. Yeah, my kid's smart. She could probably put it back together if she wanted to, but I don't know if she'd even bother taking something apart. Nope. All right, let's see what we got. This on here is, let's see. Come on. Swear to God, this laptop's killing me. Let's see what we got here. This is 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 24? Yeah. 24 tooth. Definitely need to come down. Let's see what we have available. Let's see. 24. Good God. 16. That's also 16. Why do I have 2 16s? I have one here that's unmarked. Let's see what this is. It's unmarked. It's probably what came off it. I'm gonna say we're gonna go that route. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. This is a 16 as well. So for some reason I own 3 16s. So we're gonna go and we're gonna say it's a 16. Randy, what's going on, man? Gearing down. Doing some diffs, man. What's what we're doing? Let's see here. Let's get the C-clip off. Spin it, I could probably get it to the flat spot. There it goes. Only modification that I actually, other than gearing that I've done to this thing, is I added this fan to it and I had to cut the side piece. Rughead, what's going on, brother? Good to see you stop by. Wow, it's a good thing we had that on there. Yeah, 24. That's stripped? No, just loose. That sucks. Well, the only thing holding that on was hopes, dreams, and one tiny, minute C-clip. Good job, C-clip. All right. Let's clean this up a little bit. Kind of ashamed. thing's hideous. You can tell the difference. If this was a nitro, it wouldn't look like this. The electrics, I don't care. It'll run just as good dirty. Alright, so let's put a little Loctite on this one for sure. Just got home, broke the Notorious and Typhon finally. OG, you're an odd fellow. You know that? He's the only guy I know that'd be happy about breaking stuff. Man, I break stuff, I'm not happy. Right where the old witness mark was. Right there. If it makes you feel any better, OG, I have a 24 tooth pinion on this Typhon for the 6S. The only thing holding it on was the tiny little C-clip on the end of the motor. We were close, my man. Good thing we checked that out. All right, up to 11 likes, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do not appreciate this laptop going off every 5 minutes. Definitely gonna have to figure out how to make that go away. Come on. Thank you. There we go. All right. Do I have any nicer bolts? Let's see. I think I do. No. Nope. Gonna have to use what we got. That's fine. Let's see what we got in it here. Rookhead says his internet's out. What's going on with that, man? That sucks. All Aspects was stopping in. What's going on, man? Oh, geez. Mine crashed during the live. Yeah, it did. Double what's up. The nurse shut it off again. Yeah, man, you better start being nicer to her. She won't shut it off on you, maybe, you know? There we go. You got that nice click we like to hear. Tighten this guy up. Hey, man, Nurses Day's once a year, man. Everybody likes bribery, you know what I'm saying? Get her some flowers or something like that. Maybe she'll leave you be. That's good. Okay, wires are back in the divider. There we go. Rear diff's done. Center diff's done. We got ourselves a nice pinion swap, so we're not going to be doing a billion miles an hour. Probably. I have to talk with her. She isn't going to like it. Hey, man. Kill her with kindness. Mr. Nitro Pimp, All Aspects, how are you gentlemen doing today? There you go. be talking to everybody today. Okay. So, okay, pretty much 3 out of 4 things done that we're gonna get done today. We're gonna do the alignment stuff later. I'll take care of that. And then the shocks, like I said, I'm gonna do the shocks off because who wants to sit around and see shocks dry out? So let's get this front diff taken out, which should be pretty much the same as the front. So we're gonna start by taking off these links. We get that front diff done. We're gonna put the 10K in the front diff. And our drive line should be good to go, geared down, ready to go. I don't know how this is going to do on the track. I mean, you've seen a couple of people try them out, but I don't think it'll do bad. I mean, this thing has some really nice upgrades from it, but I mean, it's definitely not a race buggy by any means, but I don't think it'll do half bad. Tires are the big part of your tune, and I got tire selection, so we got some stuff to use. See, Randy says, waiting for these damn kids to leave the skate park so I can bash. Oh man, no. Everybody knows what happens when you mess with the skate park. I went there one time with this, right? And you can see here the shock stands. Both of them in the front. I sheared them clean. I was only there for maybe like 10 minutes. Did not like it. That's the only downfall, if you're ever going to be in the Typhon market, is the TLR tune comes with these awesome looking shock towers. Problem is, they're micro drilled. You can see how tiny the holes are from the next one. It's minute. If you try to drill out any of them, you're going into the next one. So if you ever wanted to upgrade, I believe M2C and a couple other companies make heavy duty shock stands because it is an issue. You can't use these. You're going to ruin them. So if, you know, bashing is your thing, buy the EXB, not the TLR. Step away from the skate park. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't think a skate park is lost yet, man. It got me. It's okay, pimp. I'm only packing the Temu car anyway. Looks like they ain't moving before I got to go back to work. Oh, that sucks. Now, to be fair, I have defeated the skate park once. I took an arrma granite, just a brushed one down there. Obviously, I wasn't getting big air, wasn't going nuts. It survived, man. I couldn't kill it. Never been that mad that you'd kill one for fun? Eh. I've never tried breaking them, but I've broken them. This thing's been broken a few times. I broke shock stands. I got into a collision with another one and broke the arm off. Bent a pin. Oh, the front end was a mess. Okay, let's get this off. Get that off. If it wants to. Leave you stuck. There we go. There we go. And this should just pop off. There we go. Okay. Digging this arrma. Really am. That is an easy to access diff. I'll tell you what. If you know how to jump, the parks aren't bad. It depends. Our skate park is like all vert. So, like if it was like a tabletop or a jump, yeah, I can land it. But you go and you put it's just vert. You go straight up in the air. It's a waste of time. I bent a motor plate on my granite at a skate park. It resulted in a catastrophic chain of events that made me learn a lot about RC repair. Yeah, I couldn't break it. It was too slow. It just wouldn't break. Oh, great. Here we go. I'm going to fling this thing out again. Nope. Oh, cool. Those are captured. We ain't got to worry about those ones. Ah. pulling out my shorts. You suck. All right. Hopefully last round of these. Let's clean it off. So we got a minimal amount of grease in there, but there is grease. I mainly just want to do some grinds and slides. It's not fast enough for huge air. Yeah. I had fun at the skate park with that granite. I'll tell you what. See, now that one's not bad. This time I'm going to try to do it without removing the crosses. Let's see if that does the trick. See, because these are tight. This one's almost empty. That'll make life easier. It's not gross, so I'm not worried about cleaning it, but it's it's empty. Is this a fresh one? Oh, I think I got another one. Hold on, let's see. I'm not opening up a freshie. No way. 10K? All right. Randy. Still I'm up to date. All right. We're about done with this thing, thank God. Mostly everybody in here already knows, but if you don't hit up the Urban Legend on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I highly recommend it. I didn't see him today. He's probably out working. Hopefully that lump on his head healed up. He didn't crash again. But him and the boys do a good job. Even OG's been on there lately. He's been doing good, behaving. The nurse messed with his Wi-Fi the other night, but, you know, we're going to talk to her about that. Nitro Pimp. Okay, I would like a granite voltage to a skate park if I had the opportunity. Bought a pair for the great nieces. They won't talk to me anymore. They hate them. They're XX kind of girls. Yeah, they want the expensive stuff. The voltage would be perfect. Super light. Live in the fun zone tonight. Oh, yes, that's right. I'm sorry. Good. Hey, good thing, Randy. Good job on that one. Yes, they're going to do a special Friday nights. You got the turtle, the topless turtle. Hopefully he doesn't have his tits out this time. Or maybe if you're into that, maybe he will. We'll see. It's my channel. I can say the T word. But, yeah, Turtle RC is going to be in there. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I don't see any reason why I won't be there. We will have a good time. I should be home by then. I'm going to go racing the Slash down at the boat launch later. Matter of fact, I got to start charging batteries once we get off of here. And that's what's going to happen. I'm going down there. I'm going to grease this before I put it in the housing because that was a pain in the ass last time. I was just chatting with Turtle. Yeah, he's going to be ready to go. Nice. It's a good place to hang out, man. Everybody's cool. Everybody hangs out. Nobody really... We break balls, but, you know, it's all in fun. Nobody's making digs at anybody. It's not fair. Nobody there that can't stand up for themselves. It's nice. I'm going to get in on that one of these days. I just got to... Basically, I work Sunday, I work Tuesday, and I work Thursday. Sunday is one of my biggest days of the week. Tuesday, I may have an opportunity. That's probably my slowest of the 5. And Thursday, it just depends on who wants to screw it up for me. They always seem to have that. We always have that one guy, you know. You always have to have that one. Everything's going smooth, and then, hey, there's that guy. Okay, here we go. Not even joking. I work for a trucking company, and last Thursday, man, I was having the smoothest freaking day. No, I'm sorry. It was Tuesday. I was having the smoothest day, man. It is unusual for me to have as good of a day as I was having. So, of course, you know, I'm enjoying that, you know. Not often I get one like that. Well, I'm going. I got my last of my duties I got to do. Everything's looking good. I could probably get out of here on time. Backhaul driver comes back with a load, 53-footer with barn doors. Goes back into the door. Door comes untethered. Rips the door off on the building. Well, that was the end of that. I wasn't getting out on time then. But that's how it works. What do they call that? Murphy's Law? If anybody wonders what I use on these diffs, it's probably not the best for racing. I'm sure they make better stuff, but this is basically fifth wheel grease. Lucas makes it. They call it red and tacky. It's like basically a heavy duty, like a marine grease. Works great on these things. I mean, it's probably more drag than you want for a race vehicle, but for a basher or anything like that, it's wonderful. That, and I have a 50-gallon drum of this at work, so, yeah, buddy. Forget to tell you, the Nitro Addiction is coming to visit here in Vegas this weekend. Going to be fun to have. Nice, JW. That's sweet. I hope you are going to the track. I hope you go live or make a video of it. Man, make something awesome. I hope you film that and sent it in the Bonehead Truckers. No, I'm not going to blame him. No, yes, at the end of the day, it's his fault. Yes, absolutely. No, if you would have seen this was perfect. He had the doors tethered. Everything was fine. He got to within a door's length of the building, and it came untethered. I mean, you couldn't have caught it with your eye and hit the brake and stopped in time. Like, it was absolutely perfect timed. I'm just like, yeah, that was just, you know, how my life works. That's what happens. Trust me, when you're in that kind of a business, a small mishap like that, you don't really worry about it, because we have much worse. Like, I have a trailer out back that was 13'6". Now it's about 11'8". That, yeah, bonehead. That 100% bonehead. Yeah, we're going to rip the track, and I think he might go live on Sunday. All right, well, I work Sunday, but I could probably catch it. If anything, I could stop in and say what's up. But, man, have a good time. I don't know how much track time you have. Excuse me on that. But, smoke them. Give the Nitro Addiction the sauce. Give it to them. All right, let's get this housing set. Get them bolts in there. Okay, it doesn't like to seat right away. I noticed that. Then once you get the screws going, it seems to do just fine. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going to rip the track. Rughead says, once drove a water truck and swerved to miss someone and threw 65-gallon water jugs across the freeway. Oh. That's a shit day. Oh, I've seen some good ones. Luckily, I'm a thorough driver. I don't really have issues often. So like one thing I try to express to our new drivers, because we'll get them right out of school, is it's always the small shit that will ruin your day. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did my pre-trip, but I didn't check to make sure of this one small thing. That will 100% always be the thing that catches you up. Being thorough is a truck driver's, it's a blessing if you are. I've been there. Bumped a box truck in the ceiling of the car wash once. To be old and wise, one must first be young and stupid. Yeah. But I mean, like, I understand, like, how that one happened doesn't make any damn sense to me, because it was 11.8. Like, it wasn't even close. That, and I mean, he hit it hard enough that he... Okay, let me explain something. When you run reefer trailers, the front bulkhead with that reefer assembly on it is the most expensive part of the trailer to fix, because if you damage the bulkhead, you have to remove the entire AC system. You have to remove the engine that runs it. You have to remove all of that stuff and then repair the wall or the roof or whatever is damaged. Then you got to put all the AC stuff, hook everything right back up, which is probably a 2-day job. Then you have to recharge everything, and you got to pay for that refrigerant by the pound and all that fun stuff. Is if I came up to an underpass and it was questionable. First off, 11.8 is not questionable. 11.8 is not questionable. Am I going to go with that thing at full speed and just say, here we go? Maybe even hit the air horn on the way through. No. I'm going to crawl up and I'm going to eyeball that. I'm going to get out. I don't care if there's traffic behind me. I don't care if there's a cop telling me to get the hell out of the way. I'm going to stop and take a look. Because if not, I'm out of a job. You're going to destroy that trailer every time. I have no issues getting out of the truck and looking at something, because not having a job, you're not getting paid. Wrecking stuff is definitely not what you want to do. One of my guys failed to notice the tweakers had unscrewed on the trailer doors. Fortunately, they were still in the lot when the door fell off. Yeah. See, most of our delivery trailers are done with like 36s and 48s, and they're all roll-up doors. And you'll have guys that won't check the door before they leave. I've had, I've come out of work and I've found, you know, hand carts. I've found, well, mostly chemicals, because chemicals have to be loaded on the tail. Chemical boxes laying on the ground. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. They just littered everything all over town. Or they'll get to their first stop and the door don't work. That's my favorite. Or they're fortunate enough to get a lift gate and they never tried it before they left and the lift gate doesn't work. It's like, brother, you're gonna drive all the way out there and your shit's junk. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I want to have a bad day. I'm going to save 5 minutes getting out of here to ruin my day when I get there. I mean, it makes no sense to me. Or my favorite, because we deliver food. Hey, how's everything going? Oh, not so bad. What's the trailer at? 75 degrees. Oh, shit. Oh, my bad. Another one here, you can't see the hole for the sway bar links. It kind of sucks. All right. One more side. That one's right in there. Good money. Sweet. 150. We got some time yet. All right, cool. All right, I don't know how much juice is in this battery. Let's just give her a spin. Make sure everything sounds good. Like I said, I got to open up this receiver battery. I got to figure out how I can hook up the transponder in there. That's going to be fun. Let's get the radio. Model select. Typhon. Where's the button at on this thing? I forget. Where is the button? There it is. That'll work. All right, I got your radio. No. Both fans working? Yep. All right, cool. Is that loose? No. All right, let's see what the chat says. Notice the tweet. All right, fellas, I gotta get back to work. All right, Randy. Hey, have a good one, man. Rughead, what kind of radio are you using? This is the Spectrum, the DX5 Pro. Do I like it? Yes. I wish the plastic was a little better. As you can see, I broke the battery cover. As far as the interface, it's not color. It's not great. They're not that expensive like a Futaba or anything like that, but you can program like a bajillion cars to this radio. Overall, yeah, I do like it. Yo, what's up, Rings? In the chat, how are y'all doing today? Good, Urban. We're just talking about you having Turtle on tonight and then getting everybody together to hang out on a Friday with you. So I'll still share the chat, but I did it a little bit more personal this time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We'll figure all that out. All right, let's get some wheels on this thing. Or no, how are we going to do it? We got to do the droop first. All right. Got kind of a ghetto way that I do the droop on these. But it works. If you ever seen a droop gauge, they're freaking expensive. I have a ride height gauge. This thing wasn't cheap either. Made by ProTech. Gives you everything you need up to 45. So this will definitely do what we need it to do. So how you set your droop on these, there's screws right here. Goes in, hits the chassis. It basically limits what the arms are allowed to do. I probably should have did it with the sway bar off, but maybe I should be able to do it. There's enough flex in that sway bar to do it out. All right, so what you got to do is we're gonna go a -4 setup. What I mean by a -4 setup is we are going to go. I got to measure what the chassis is sitting at. So we're going to get something. I'm going to prop it up. You measure what your chassis is sitting at. Let me show you. Shocks off makes this a lot easier. Let's go with. We're going to go with a Traxxas Slash flavor here. All right, we'll put this down for now. Got a hell of a pile going over here. These can get put away when I go back that way. Okay, nice flat surface. That's what we got. So, let me see if we can get a good view on this. This is how I set mine up. It's pretty easy idea. You could buy the fancy blocks, which I have. They look kind of like this. This thing's useless until I get the other part. AV makes these. Basically, you get a block. These are predetermined. You guys with the 3D printers can probably just print out a block if you had to. You put your blocks down like this underneath the chassis, so that way it's perfectly flat. It comes with this real nice spinner. This is what I needed. And basically, you would put this underneath the bottom of the hex, and it'll tell you what you're at. 4.2 millimeter, 4.4, all the way up to 6. Problem is, when you have these bigger buggies and 10 scale buggies, this is made for like an on-road car, is you can't get the buggy up high enough for that little spinner to work. So the way you can do it is you can actually do it with a ride height gauge. So make sure your arms are all the way down. You're going to take the ride height gauge. You're going to check it out. And I need a thinner tire. Let's see if I have something a little thinner. What do I have? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Maybe I don't. Okay, we can still do it this way because it's just a bit too high. So anyway, this goes all the way up to 45. So we're going to call that 45. We're going to say it buried out the gauge. It's at 45. You can see it's 45 and a hair. It's minute. We're not really too concerned about it. So we want this to read at the center of the hub. We want it to read 41. So what you're going to do is you're going to set this here. And I'm going to raise this up to 41. So we're going off the bottom of the chassis, and we're going to use the wheel nut. So I'm going to want this to be at 41. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank down on this right here, and we're going to get that to come up. Is that the right way? Let's see. There we go. You'll see the control arm starting to come up. I'm going to try to take that droop out, but we got to level this out for sure. Okay, so 41 is what we're looking for. Let's get that centered. Why'd that come up so much? It's too much, too much. We got to bring that way down. Definitely should have did this with the sway bar loose. Okay, center it out. Down. Okay, that tire is too big. I'm sorry, it's not going to work that way. Works with the 10 scale, it's not going to work with this. So we're going to work with our droop. We're going to have to bring it up so that we're level. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set these at even. make it so that the droop screw is basically flush with the arm. Gives you something easier to eyeball. There we go. Something like that. That's what we're looking for. Just a little bit under. Looks good. Now the rear, same thing. There is a ton. Look at that back. That's a droopy ass right there. We don't want that. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to put the droop screws just even with the casting on the arm. There. Same on this side. See, now that does not look bad. It's pretty much level, but we're gonna give it a little extra in the back. A couple of threads above. Now that can be adjusted at the track. If you notice that the chassis is bottoming out a lot, that'll do it. But other than that, right about there. That's about the droop we're going to want. All right, cool. Let's see what the chat has to say. Urban, how you doing today? Got it. What's up, Ty? From Rughead. Urban, not yet. I'm logging on. It's exactly what I'm doing right now on my Typhon Grom. I only have the shock adjustments, though. Ring stopping in to say, Max Paul, how you doing, brother? Still working. Slammed the like button. Hello everyone in the chat and back to work. See you later. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Paul. The Fun Zone Dojo. Yep, we're gonna be well, I'll try to get a good turnout tonight for Friday for Turtle and the boys. Gonna be hanging out. I'm on the phone right now. Who you on the phone with? The nurse? Be nice to her. All right, so let's go over what we got done so far. We got center diff, front diff, rear diff. It's all done. Droop is set. I gotta build some shocks later. I'm gonna do that off. I'll probably do that while I'm watching Urban Legend. That's pretty much it. I think we're pretty good to go. It's as far as I wanted to get today. I gotta do the rest. I mean, doing shocks is boring. Ain't nobody gonna watch that. I don't want to do it, so I know you don't want to watch it. What else we got to do? I gotta figure out how to get that receiver in there. Let's open up that receiver box. See if arrma made that easy at least. We can do that, and then we're going to call it for the day. And let's all meet up tonight. Urban, please drop down the, what is it, 8:30, regular time? Or anybody else. OG, I'm sure you would know. If we're doing regular time tonight, it would be 8:30. I don't know if it's a special night, special time. You never know. So drop that in the comments, please. Hopefully this will be nice and easy. Come on, arrma. Give me an extra port. That's all I want to see. Let me see an extra channel open on this receiver so that way I ain't got to worry about it. $17 likes, not bad. Not bad. We'll take that. Bang. One more screw. Let's see what they did to us. Is that tight? Yeah. And if anybody has a Team Associate MGT for cheap, OG's looking for one. Said he wants a real monster truck. Oh, baby, look at that. Look at that. We got an SR315 in this thing. So right off the rip, I got 2 extra ports that I could play with. I just got to figure out where am I going to mount. Might as well get that and do it real quick. Let's do that real quick. Only thing that broke on the Notorious and Typhon were the steel screws. Come on. I gotta get a mouse for this computer. This laptop, the the pad for the mouse is not great. Nothing actual plastic or the actual car broke. So you literally just broke hardware? That's cool. All right, cool. So we're going to throw this in auxiliary 1. That was easy. There we go. I think right there, that's the ticket. That's an awesome spot right there behind the bulkhead. That'll work. Let's make sure the body isn't going to interfere. If anything, the body's going to hold it in nice. Shit. That's nice. All right, I'm cool with that. Let's finalize it. I'm good. Anybody ever seen, these are the transponders that they use for the track. Sometimes you'll see them, people like to leave these in the buggies when they sell them sometimes, and I don't know why. If you've ever come across them, do not throw those away, because they are upwards of usually about 80 bucks. MRT would be your cheaper one, that's what that is. But like my other buggy has a time lapse, and they're every bit of 80 to 100 bucks. Mounted on the top plate, that's what I'm going to do right here. Double-sided Velcro, and the body actually will cover it. It's going to be nice. That'll work out good. Let's throw one little zip tie on there to make sure that the wire don't go nowhere, and that's easy. Thank you, arrma. Yeah, turnbuckle screws. Yeah, there you go. That's minute. Hey, turnbuckle screws don't count, OG, because you told me that servo horns don't count, so technically you didn't break nothing, man. I don't want to hear it. But I fixed that, by the way. I found a real nice Hot Bodies aluminum servo horn for the Savage. It works. It worked great. It was perfect. I'll show it to you next time. Okay, so we'll get this box tightened up. I'm going to need a piece of Velcro. I'm going to put it right on that front plate, and that's that. We're wired. Actually, look, bam, I don't even need a zip tie. Behind the post? No, I'll show you where I'm going to put it. I think we're saying the same thing, JW. I think we're saying the same thing. Yeah, this thing, there's no way it'll get hit with anything. It's definitely well protected. I'll show you when I get this last screw done. I'm going to put it right here. Similar to where it's sitting right now. If you look at it, bam. I'll put it right here with a piece of Velcro, because I already have a piece of Velcro on the other side. The body goes right here, and then the very tip of the nose will cover it right up. So, all right, what kind of Velcro do I need? That's double-sided. Oh, what is on that side? That's the fuzzy side. So I need this side. Okay. This here for the racers, 3M double-sided Velcro. You can buy these rolls for like $10, and it comes with both sides, the fuzzy side and then the coarse side. Amazon, gotta love them. throw this laptop out. I swear to God. Oh. Just don't lawn dart it. Yeah. Honestly, this one, I don't care about. If it went for a ride, I wouldn't even care if it breaks. If you look here, there's shrink wrap on here. This thing cost me a race. It the wires started to pull out of the housing, and they would arc. When it would arc, it would shut my receiver off, and then the slash died. I lost. I was winning, and I ended up losing the race because of that. Couldn't figure it out in time what the hell it was. Came home, looked at it. Was upset. Let's put it that way. Okay. And this will sit right here, just like that. All right, let's put the body on and double check. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. I like it. All right, cool. All right, that was pretty easy. All right, let's clean up here. I'll be around for a couple more minutes. Let's, if anybody has anything else they want to talk about real quick, let's do it. And then I'm calling it for the day. Me and the kid are going to go for lunch. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going for lunch. 2-5. 2-0. There we go. Tools are back. All right. All right, so there we go with the buggy. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do the shocks offline. I'll just do them probably tonight while I'm watching Urban Legend. 8:30, I guess. They didn't change the time. They said it is what it is. And yeah, that's that. Start cleaning up here a little bit. There we go. Friggin', I always get the friggin' calls. Always friggin' telemarketer bullshit. So there we go. This is what we're going to be racing tomorrow. Front diff, rear diff, center diff, we got done here today. Geared down, droop set. We're wired up for the transponder. So tomorrow, try to get the GoPro charged up tonight, and we're going to have some fun. So, all right, everybody. I'll catch you later on tonight. Urban Legend, 8:30. Check them out. Be there. Be square. Peace.